thing. So I think Junaid bhai is gonna show us the enum because he just create a class on enum and I screen he's gonna share with you guys. So I think it will help. It will be helpful. And আমি যেটা করবো জুয়েল ভাই বাসিফ ভাই আমি for loops আর array together একটা how does it work একটু
আচ্ছা
দেখতে
ঠিক আছে, তাইলে জুনেদ ভাই কি ইনাম থেকে শুরু করবে? আচ্ছা, I guess Junaid bhai difficulties with team viewers. So আপনি Junaid bhai কি জিয়ে করবে, স্কাইপে জিয়ে করবে, স্ক্রিন শেয়ার করবে?
yeah.
তাইলে আমরা টিম ভিউয়ারটা অফ করে দিচ্ছি আমি, তাইলে আমরা স্কাইপে চলে যাই, রাইট?
Okay, yeah.
আচ্ছা, আমাকে একটু জিয়ে করেন আপনারা, আমাকে 2 মিনিট দেন, আমি একটু আসতেছি, আমার একটা গেস্ট আসছে, আমি আসতেছি, হ্যাঁ 2 মিনিট।
Right. জুয়েল ভাই একলা একলা চা খাবেন, আমাদের খাওয়াবেন না? ডাউনলোড করবেন। Right. Juned bhai, are you here?
I'm here.
So আপনি ওইটা শেষ হচ্ছে না, ওইটা শেয়ার করতে পারেন আমাদের আইসক্রিমটা। আইসক্রিম
Yes, I'm gonna be here from 10 to 10 p.m. Okay.
Okay, Junaid, I'm back. You can start now.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so we're gonna start with enums. Enums are basically a group of constants that we want to use, and that we don't want anything else besides that to be allowed. So actually, I don't like my definition. So let's just go to Google and see what the proper definition is. Okay, so an enum type is a special data type that enables for a variable to be set to be a set of predefined constants. The variable must equal one of the values that have been predefined. Okay? Okay. All right, so I created an enum type, and it's called ice cream menu, and these are available values that we can it will accept. Okay.
Okay, Juned bhai, who can
Yes.
explain constant here?
What?
Constant. You said the constant, right?
Yes.
Who can explain the constant? What is constant? Jewel bhai?
Constant is any value or variable that does not change.
So,
Okay.
is everyone clear over there? Jewel bhai, are you clear on the constant? Because enum is all about constant, yeah. So,
It's very pretty easy. It's in the name. It's constant. It doesn't change. Like the value of pi, right?
right. So,
It will always be 3.14. It's not gonna change. It's fixed.
okay.
Okay.
It's clear. Okay.
All right. So these are the available values that we will accept for enum type ice cream menu. So now I'm gonna go to my class, and in here, this class has a variable of type ice cream menu, and it's called order. Okay.
Mhm.
And we have our constructor. It takes in a enum type value, and it stores it in order. Okay. Does this make sense so far, the constructor?
Oh, yeah, public customer.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. So now we're gonna use the switch cases. Okay. So I have a method inside ice cream menu called order item,
Mhm.
and we're gonna use the switch case to check the value of order. This order that we set right here. Okay. So if the value of order is mint, it'll just list the prices. So strawberry is $3, mango 4, vanilla 6, chocolate 7. Okay, and by default, um, it should print out. Sorry, we don't have that flavor. If it's anything else. Okay, make sense?
Okay. Okay.
Well, that's what it sounds like. Each case. So we're looking at the value of order, and for each of these cases, we're writing out what we want to do. So in case order is mint, print out $2.
Junaid bhai, sorry to interrupt. Can you just explain me the switch order? Why you put switch order and break? Can you explain little bit?
Switch is what we use to say what we are going to test, what value we're going to test.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to test the value of order, right?
Okay.
This,
Okay. Okay.
and break
Mm-hmm.
just means exit. So let's say the value is mint. We're
Mm-hmm.
going to print out $2,
Okay.
and then we're going to break. We're going to exit. So we're going to exit this method.
So break basically is the exit point, and while is the exit, then enter again in strawberry case like this.
No, if you break, that means you're done. You're finished.
Okay.
You're out of this method. It's done. It's not going to continue.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
So is it working? Is it without break? Can you make it work, this sketch?
It is optional.
Yeah.
So if I delete this, it's not gonna give me an error. So, but basically now what you're saying is once you, if the value is mint, right? Print $2, then check again if the value is strawberry, right? That doesn't make sense, right? If it's mint, it can't be anything else. It can't be strawberry, mango, vanilla. So we're saying if it's mint, yeah, right, exactly. It's like saying, is this ice cream mint? Then it's like, yes, it's mint. That should be end of the sentence, right?
Mm-hmm.
is you're not gonna say yes, this ice cream is mint, and then you're gonna say, is this ice cream strawberry? Doesn't make sense, right? We said that it's mint. That's it.
Juned, can you just take it off all the break? Let's see and run it. What is happening?
Okay, so let's go back. Now, okay, I've added my main class inside the same method. I'm not using a separate main class. So yeah, but this is not a class. This is a method.
Is a main method there.
All right, so in here I'm creating an ice cream object. Test ice cream, my ice cream equals new ice cream, and we are passing in the enum type with value mango.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we're calling the order item method, this one. So let's run this.
4, 6, 7.
Why is that? You see,
Because
So
you didn't
I think
add
I have more.
price is 4, vanilla 6, chocolate 7.
It's not true. Yeah, yeah.
So it's the run. It start from mango, right? Mango, vanilla. Oh, mango, vanilla.
So what did we pass in?
Mango.
So this is gonna go to this method. It's going to look for mango. It's right here. So it's gonna print 4.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't tell it to exit. So now
Yeah.
it's gonna go to vanilla. It's gonna print 6. It's gonna go to chocolate, print 7, and then it's gonna print sorry, we don't have that flavor. All in the same line.
Okay.
Now,
So
what is the difference between the
if
break
you
and
put the break, then it's not gonna like vanilla or chocolate, right? If you put in after vanilla break and after chocolate break.
so yeah, I want to share one thing here. What is the break? Break as soon as you match the condition, like as soon as when the break statement is encountered inside a loop, right? The loop is immediately terminated. What does it mean by that? Like, for example, if you looking for mango, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this case, as soon as it find a mango, if you say break, that means it's going to terminate the program. It's going to go exit out of the switch case. That's all about just one line. It's going to terminate the program and it's going to go out of the switch case statement. If you don't put the break, then it's gonna print. It's gonna go next case to like whatever case 2, case 3, whatever. It's gonna print everything. So the break is not only in switch case. It's gonna be used a lot in programming. When we do like for loop, also you can use break. So the main use of break means when condition match, you exit. When the condition doesn't match, you don't exit. That's the
It's
main thing.
continued. Okay, I got it.
Okay, so I added break now. So let's run this.
It's only $4 mango price.
So it comes here. It says, yes, this is mango. Prints this line, break. That means exit. So now we are out of this method. Okay. You understand?
You're confused.
So that's not what we entered. We entered mango, so it's going to look for mango.
So skip the mint and strawberry and look the mango first. Then from mango. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, Mamun Bhai,
Yes.
do you want to teach nested classes or
You
you
can do
want
it.
me
Yeah.
to?
Yeah, I have to. Yeah, you can do it. No problem. You can. Yeah, I will do the follow up maybe.
Okay.
Junaid bhai, can you just share one more time in ice cream menu class? Just I'll take the picture. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Shuha, are you hearing us? Shuha, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Any
Listening
question you
to
can
everything.
ask? You have any question you can ask?
No, everything is clear. Junaid was pretty much clear about everything. I'm just going through whatever he's teaching us because I didn't get a chance to go over Mafi Bhai's video
Mm-hmm.
yet. So these are all helpful right now.
Okay, that's right. Okay, move on, Junaid bhai.
Okay. So now we're going to go to nested classes. I'm going to quit this and I'm going to open. So, okay, so I have a class called outer class and it has some methods and variables, instance variables. And then inside, after that, I have a class called inner class. Okay. Make sense so far?
Give me a second, Junaid bhai. Let me check.
It's a class inside a class.
Yeah, I got it. The outer class, outer class.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Thanks. Okay, so let's look at this inner class. This inner class has a method called display. Now, what do we know about inner classes? Well, since this inner class is basically no different than any of these other variables that are defined in the outer class, this class has access to any of these methods inside the outer class. So if I have a function inside the inner class called display, I can print the value of outer x, I can print the value of outer y, and I can even print the value of outer private. Even though it's declared private, I can access that value.
So you don't need any getter setter.
No, because this is in the outer class definition. It's not in a different class.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, so makes sense, I hope, so far. And am I what? Yes. So now, so the inner class can access the fields and the methods of the outer class. Now, can the outer class access the methods of the inner class? Can outer class call this display method? What do you guys think?
Outer class. No, we need. No, I don't think so. We need a outer class. Inner class. Inner class. Class.
What do you guys think? Does it have access?
It's two different class, right? One is outer class.
The outer class, another one. Yeah, I'm
So
thinking.
you have to create an object. If you go to one class to one tree to another tree, you need some kind of things. That here it will be object. You have to create object. Like, to jump one tree to another tree, sometimes you like how you think. You say you need some kind of connection, right? That connection would be here object. Because class is one, and outer class is one class, and inner class is another class. So if you want to jump, you want to get something from inner class, you have to make an object, right? Junad bhai, I think create object already here.
Yeah, outer class object. Yeah.
Right. So the inner class can get any of the fields and methods of the outer class, but the outer class doesn't have access to the inner class because the inner class is itself a different class, completely different class. But the inner class is like the same thing as like any other variable inside the outer class. That's why it can retrieve the value of the other fields, like outer x, outer y. It can access that because it's like a child, right? Yeah, that's exactly it. So child can access any of the resources of the parent, but the parent can't access, the child's methods. Makes sense, right? Remember that that backwards statement in Java. All inner classes belong to outer classes, but not all outer classes belong to inner classes. Like saying all managers are all. Yeah, it's like, yeah, all managers are employees, but not all employees are managers.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, that's why that works. But let's say I'm in this outer class and I want to access this display function inside the inner class. How would I do that? Right? Naturally, Java doesn't let me, but I want to access it. How would I do it? So we just established that the outer class can't access methods inside the inner class, right? But let's say I want to. How do I do it? What keyword? What do we use keywords for? You use keywords either when you want to inherit or when you want to implement something, right? Yeah, but we can't use extend because what do we say? A parent doesn't extend a child, right? But it can't, even if it wanted to. And yeah, and we can't implement it because inner class is not an interface. So let me ask you, how do you access the methods of a class in a regular situation? How do you use the methods inside a class? what do you have to do? What do you have to do first?
We create a method.
No, the method is here.
Okay.
I want to use this method inside this class. How do I use the method? What
Then
do I have to?
create an object and call this.
Yeah, I have to create an object first. So inside this outer class, I have to create an object of the inner class type. So private inner class I is
New inner
equal
class.
to new inner class.
Mhm.
And now this method called sum method, which is part of the outer class, inside it I can just do I. This references the object of inner class. And then I can just do display, right? This display right here.
Mhm. Display method, yeah.
Yeah. So if I go here and let me, yeah, give me 1 second. So now this method, this sum method, can call this display method inside the inner class, and it's not going to give us issues. Okay, so does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
Yeah or no? Does everybody understand?
I is the inner class and display there is a method, display method.
I is the inner class. It's the inner class object. Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, let's say I'm in a different class. Now I want to access this display method from inside a different class. How do I do that? What do you guys think? I'm in a different class now. I'm not in the outer class. I'm in a different class and I want to use the display method in the inner class. What do I do?
Create object.
Of what?
Outer class object.
Julbai, what do you think? There's two classes. Yeah, I'm in a different class, but how do I use this display? What do I have to do?
First of all, you take the main method.
Which
Then,
object
create
do I create? The outer class or the inner class?
Inner class, inner class. So inner class call inner class, and outer class, if you call the outer class, then create the outer class object.
I don't want the outer class object. I want the inner class object.
So if you call the inner class,
All right, so let's go over it.
আসিফ ভাই,
If
আপনি মনে করেন একটা বড় হাউস, রাইট? ফর এক্সাম্পল উই হ্যাভ এ হাউস, 3টা রুম আছে, রাইট? আপনি রুম নাম্বার 1 এ যাবেন, তাহলে আপনি কি করতে হবে?
বড় হাউসের রুম নাম্বার 1 এ যাইতে হলে
One house that has 3 rooms. So house is the outer class. 3 rooms, each of is inner class. So আপনি এখন যদি inner class এ যেতে চান, তাহলে আপনি কি করতে হবে?
আমাকে প্রথমে হাউসে ঢুকতে হবে।
Exactly. কারণ এটা outer class, right? Then
okay, so outer class হয় আমাকে inner এ ঢুকতে হবে, right?
right.
Okay.
So first we create an object
Outer
of the
class.
outer class.
Okay.
And then we use that as a reference to create an inner class object. So outer class dot inner class. This is the type, and I'm calling it in.
Okay.
Is equal to outer object dot new inner class. It's just the name that I gave the object. And now if I do in dot, I can call the display method.
Yeah.
And let's run this. See, and it'll return outer x equal 10, outer y equal 20, and outer private equal 30. So Joel, do you understand this? Right, so you want to get to the nesting doll that's inside the bigger one, right? So first you would have to open the bigger one, right? And then you can get to the one that you want. So it's the same thing. You got to use the bigger one first, get in, and then use that to make the, you know. Yes. And that's it. Now, one other thing. Now, in this inner class, right, right here, I'm going to create a int. I'm going to set that to 10, okay? Now, let me ask you, I'm going to replace this system.out.print statement inside here. And now, when I write the this keyword, what is this going to refer to? What reference is this going to refer?
However, said in class, this keyword refers to current class or present class. So
Yeah,
the current class would be
yeah.
inner
So what's
class.
the parent class?
Parents is the outer class.
No. Look at the context of this method. We're inside this method, right? Like, yeah. So we're saying what's the parent of this display function? This display is inside inner class. So this refers to inner class, right? So if I do inner class dot, I'm going to get the option to get num, this value right here, right? Now, what if I wanted this keyword to refer to the outer class? What would I do? Well, I write this, but first I would have to specify what this means. So I want this to mean the outer class. So I'm going to write outer class dot this. And now if I do dot, it's going to give me the variables inside the outer class. Your cast, basically. Yes. Okay. All right. I'll change this back. That's basically it. This is actually pretty slow compared to like the pace that's coming. Yeah. And that's basically it for inner classes. Um, have you guys read the book? To what chapter?
New book, new one.
Yes.
No, I didn't get the chance actually.
Swapo, you have a question? You can talk.
Don't have any so far. I'm just listening.
Is getting
Uh,
to your head or get over the head?
I mean, I understand everything, but when
Yeah.
Okay,
when
it's
it
a
comes
practice.
down
Yeah.
to doing it on my own,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
All right. So
Oh,
Mafi Bhai said to review 3 to 5 classes in
right.
Java. So if you're going to study any of them, these 3 are going to be must. You must know them. Where is it? So yeah, these
Math class.
5. String, scanner, random, math. I don't know about date, but you definitely need to know array.
Right.
So I'm going to write array. You definitely need that. So these 6 you should be familiar with.
True. Yeah. Let's.
Okay.
Okay. So I gone. What is the next step now? Just Mafi actually he's gonna start this. He said start the reading book from Friday because he wanted to make our like self comfortable with last 2 class, right? Sibai?
Yeah, he told that familiar with first the class, then you can read the
Right.
book.
Yeah. If you're done with the like if you're comfortable enough with last 2 class, then I mean think about the book. But yeah, let's finish the last 2 class as soon as possible. Then you can start reading the book. I started reading the book from chapter 1. There's not much, just same thing whatever we went through. Chapter 1 is very simple. Like what is oops, what is this, what is this, whatever like covered. They're trying to give a like just introduce us. They're thinking assuming that we didn't have any experience in oops, so they are giving in chapter 1 they are giving like some experience in oops only. So basically everyone in chapter 1 of new books, I think it's until 59 page or something. So yeah, you can read if you want chapter 1. It's nothing new. It's just whatever Mafibai did, that's all about.
Okay, Mamun Bhai.
Go ahead.
Mamun Bhai.
Yes.
Okay, you can be the presenter now. You can present.
Okay. So I will start with loops and array because whenever we do enum, right? Whenever we do enum, we do switch sketch. There's some like like how comfortable we are using this. Like we can avoid switch sketch when we do enum, but in industry, or in writing code, whenever do write codes, it's like for us it's easy to use switch case. Same thing in array. Whenever like we do array, it's easy to use for loops. There's a reason, right? So that's what Mafi showed actually. Let me share my screen. I didn't. I have to watch the video as I said to Swafu and everyone. But I will try my experience a little bit, like what I know. Okay, Asif bhai?
Yeah, okay, fine, no problem, Mahmoud bhai. You can.
So yeah, whatever I do, whenever I learn things, I always go one step back because I try to find the relations. So my first, let me share things. Uh, this is Junaid bhai, right? Okay. How to share? Junaid bhai, can you exit out of?
Oh, I have to exit. Okay, there you go.
Where's my screen share? Junaid bhai?
There is a yeah, go. Uh, yeah, there is a one heart sign just left on the left side.
1 second. Let me join again. I just messed up, I think. That is screen. Is it visible?
Yeah, visible.
So this is a eclipse, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have to practice a lot in eclipse because
Eclipse or
everyone
IntelliJ?
is, I mean, it's sorry, IntelliJ, right? Every one of us know the eclipse, like at least familiar with, but IntelliJ we're not familiar, right? A lot of things not still not familiar. Like for example, if you create there's a lot of things, lot of questions still. So you have to do practice on actually. That's all. But I'm gonna show you my things for loops and whatever it is in Eclipse, right? So another things when I was taking class, I have the
Sorry, Mamun bhai, sorry to interrupt. Jewel by skin is there, I guess, in your. Can you remove this? Close, close this.
okay here. Yeah. So this is a enum class, enum things from the class, right? So what I did, Mafi by right? You see, this is enum. What he did, he went to the file, right? And in the file, sorry. So here are other things. In Eclipse, you go here, you can create a class. Here a little different. Here.
Yeah, there's a kind, yeah, I know.
So Mafia
Interface.
did create the enum, right? Enum like
Yeah.
this, did okay. So what he did, he created a class, day class, right? So
Mhm.
I also did, I just followed him in the class. And he put some constant. This is constant, right? Monday, Tuesday, this is constant. So he put some constant and basically 7 days of the week and two other his own one, right? No day and my day. Then what he did? So what is this constant for? Why you use a num? Why not using like a variable? We can call it. We can create a class, right? I'm not going through that. So you can call it class, right? And we can declare a variable Monday. So instead of doing Monday, what is the purpose of doing this? So I'm just trying to put a question. So you guys explore, right? What is the, so you have to know the difference. If you don't use the enum, what would be the scenario? If you use the enum, what is the scenario? Okay. Does it make sense? Like I was saying that, look, this is enum, right? First one is enum. For example, let me undo it. It's messed up. To undo, go here, edit, and undo. Let's not undo it. Edit, undo. Yeah, we can do right. Yeah, I think that's also. Let me try. I'm not sure. You can, yeah. I think I don't know. So this is my enum class by Mafiba, right? So what I was saying to try to always try to break it down. We have to break the code. So if we don't have the enum, if we don't want to use enum, what do we do? Can you explore? Can you do our programming? Yes, you can do your programming, but why? So my question is that you can explore. I mean, you can write down note. Why use enum instead of class? So what I was trying to say, instead of enum, we can just create a class, right? Public class, public class like day, right? Day class, and inside of it, this is just it's not gonna work because it's inside enum. So we can do like like you can say Monday is string, right? String, you can say string. Could do that, right? We could do that, right? This way, but we didn't. If we do this way, we have to do how many times? Nine times, like the string Monday, string Tuesday inside a class. But so what are the reasons not doing this way? What is the reason doing this way? So try to explore that. I didn't make a note yet, so I know there's a good reason for that. There's a good there's a good. So you just explore yourself. So then you can make your question. Another one thing, yeah, and yeah, I want to here show you the weekdays, right? Week. So in a week, same as Juned Badi did, right? He did a two constructor. You see, after I did two constructor, not one.
One default, another one is a, yeah.
So very important. You know, this is what I learned actually from my last 7th class. I learned this concept. Line number 4 and line number 6. We could do like one of this. For example, we don't need this one here, default one. We could do that, no problem. But still, Mahbub did it. Why? I asked him, Mahbub, why you did it? Because I was doing a group discussion in class, and we faced this problem. Means like Asif and everyone else, like 7 or 8 of them. So we face this problem. So the reasons is doing although if you what is the constructor, everyone should know, right, by this time. So what is the reason of doing this? Although you need this one only, you don't need this, right? Like if you go text here, you see you don't need you need this, call it default one, right?
Mm-hmm.
But why you need this one? This one. Do we have? So for example, if you like, let's comment it out. This is the same as a class, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me run here. Go here. Is there any error? There's no error, right? You see, there's no error. So why do you need this one? Because this class is calling the default, right? This is you will see in the video. I think Mahbub sometimes that he don't explain, but there's the reason. Everything whatever he does, there is a reason, right? So without this was asked by Alif Laila. She's one of the students, right? Why you need this one if you still work, you know? So it's work. If you call it Monday, if you say instead of Monday, you could call Friday. It's working.
So why we create the default constructor? If is it fine, then why?
Yeah. So he said in future, you know, always think about future. What his answer was, this is just about future. If you want to create an object of the class and you want to put a name, right? You want to give a name. Here you don't have a name, right? It's working. But instead, if you want to give a name, then you need it. So this is like for future use. That's what, take it as it is. That's what he said. After the class, I asked him, okay, this is going to help in future, or you will see when we explore. So always, it's better always if we always is better to whenever we
take another default constructor.
Yeah, always put the default one.
মামুন ভাই, আমার একটা কোয়েশ্চন ছিল, ওইটা বোধহয় আপনিও যে করছিলেন, আবার ক্লাসে ওইটা নিয়ে ইস্যু হয়েছিল যে দিস তাইলে কেন আমি এখানে ডাকবো। দিসটা আমি দেখছি ট্রাই করে, আমি যদি এখানে ডে দিয়ে ডে না দিয়ে ওই জায়গায় শুধু ডি দেই এবং ডি ইকুয়াল ডে দেখাই, তাইলেও তো এটা কাজ করে বোধহয়।
Yeah, D is coming when you have same name with the in day, right? You see, this is day, right? This is day. Day is in enum type here. This day and this day is same. So the program, he doesn't understand which one which, because it's same thing.
No, if you put
different one,
only D.
Right, but that's different. He understands. This is two different things. No
And
problem.
But
when we try to keep it same. When you try to keep it same, then
put the
compulsory.
D.
Compulsory. That's the reason. Simple. But take it as it is. You know, by practice we will learn it. I show the example, right? Yeah, what is that? Although you create a constructor with a signature arguments, you keep this default one always there, because whenever you create a constructor with a different arguments or signature, the default one, they are no more there. So to keep it there, you know, it's always better to keep the default one inside, although you don't need it. That's what he said. Because, for example, here you don't need let's look, this public weekday, you don't have any use of here. Do we have a use? We don't have any use here because we don't name the object, right? We are using the first one. Or is it there, right? It's a week, right? Week class. This is we're using the first one. But for example, you want to name it, right? How you name it? For example, you give a name. What this is a week, right? It's taking a what argument is taking? It's taking enum type, right? For example, you want to give it. You have to give enum type, right? You see, you give Monday. I think it's not going to work here. Let's see. It says it cannot be how do we it's not taking this one is called a default one. So if you don't want to default, if you want to this is if I could show you like example one things I want to go and I didn't explore too much. Let me create a class, then we go to Java class. Employee class, right? And inside a class, what you have? Usually we have like in string name. We have in employee ID. So until now, right? This is the thing, right? Joel, this is a class of employee. This is now named enum, right? So whatever Mafiba said, I'm trying to prove it, right? So he said, now here, what constructor is here? Do you know what is the constructor here? Default on inside, right? So it default inside now until now. But as soon as I create a constructor, how to do create a constructor is same as a class name, right? I create a constructor with the employee. Right. Yeah. Yeah. As soon as I create it like this, it says I'm saying this employee means employee object. It's taking what? It takes string name. As soon as you do this, the default one is no more there. The default one is no more there. How you? 1 second. Name this dot name is equal name. Finish. Okay. No more there. Let's create another class with the main method, or we can do main method here. I'm gonna do it same, so it's simple. I just want to know how. This is for explanation only. This is one class done, right? So we create another class with the main method, right? How do we do that? Public class, we call it test class, and inside it we write main method, right? It's not taking class test class. Yes, PM. Why this not taking? It should be. We can create a SMNH class in Eclipse. I did it, right? One class. This is another class. Okay, 1 second. Yes. Okay, let's do this way. So yeah, inside of class we can create we can have variables, we can have constructor, we can have method, right? So we can have the main method also, same one. So for example, you want to call the new employee, right? Create a object of the employee, right? New employee, call it. this. See by 12 by is showing error.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Because we don't
You
have a
put
default.
you put the value.
Put the value because we don't have the default one. As we don't have the default one, we cannot use the default. That's what I was trying to explain here. As yeah, it's good to have. Yeah, both work. Yeah, that's what Mafiba said, and he all the time.
Okay,
That's why
বুঝতে
he.
পারছি তাহলে মামুন ভাই, let me explain. আমাদের যদি ডিফল্ট যদি জিয়া থাকে, ডিফল্ট যদি না থাকে তাহলে আমি জিয়া করতে হবে, ওইটাতে ভ্যালু বসায় দিতে হবে, মানে অবজেক্টের এর ভিতরে প্যারেনথেসিস এর ভিতরে।
Okay, yeah, let's do one default. Let me see how is work default, right? You don't give anything, right? You don't give anything, it work. Okay. Now you see the problem gone.
Yeah, okay, got it.
So if you wanna, this is EM, right? Employee. There is no name of the employee. If you want to name the employee, how you do that? If you want to name the employee, right? You say name, and his name Smith or Swapu. Swap is here. So you can name this now. The name of this new employee is Swap or Asif. You can do anything. So this one, yeah. So what I was trying to say, Mafi Bhai, although we don't need this, so it's always better to keep the default one, although we don't need it. And this is I don't know if this is already discussed. I just want to share one concept from this Mafi Bhai's class. So what I'm going to show is, as I said, whenever you use enough, you think of switch case, right? But same thing, whenever you do like whenever you think of array, right? What is array? Why need to array? So it's a question here again. Why? That's what we have to make understand. What is array, right? Why we need array? Huh? Yeah, why we need array, right? We need array. Jonathan,
Yeah.
can you say why we need array? Although we can put the name. Yeah, like this. Right? What is the use of array?
Where's the microphone?
ভাই কথা একো হচ্ছে।
মামুন ভাই question কি ছিল?
So you can keep a value to a string, right? String name. And you can give like the name is like Smith, right? So you can do this way. So what is the use of array? Why you need array? What is the extra help from array?
Yeah, but this is just a class. It's just a definition. You store something in an array. You can't store classes inside an array. Arrays are basically just shelves with boxes, things to put in. You can't put a class inside it. You can put an object of a class inside an array. All right, so think of arrays just as boxes. It's just hold things. Let's say, let's say I'm working at a company that has 1,000 employees. Am I going to create 1,000 classes for each employee? No, that would be stupid. You create one employee class, and then for each employee, you create an employee object, and you store those objects inside an array, inside like a database. And whatever employee you need, you just get from inside the array.
Okay. Asif bhai, Swapo, did you get a little bit what he's talking about?
মামুন ভাই একটু এক্সপ্লেইন করেন আপনি।
Okay. For instance, you have many employees, right? So many employees. By default, Java always the variable name, right? This is variable name, right? You cannot have a same variable name over and again and again. You have to first we say 1, the second one is a 2, third one is say you have to say 3, right? It's like 3 employee number 3, right? So 4 and this is 5, like this. 5, right? You got this right, Joel, bhai? Yeah, you can. So if you want a, what is I say? What is array? What is I? Jonas Bhai is a box. Okay, we take the word the box from Jonas Bhai. Why need to array? So arrow actually helps us. This is all again the Java is all. We have to think of memory management. Array helps us in memory management. When we take the class, next class there will be have memory management class. We'll see that how it happened. But for now, one thing. Look, if you want to, let's say make it like one box, and my box name is name box. So in this box, I'll save all the employees' name, right? Array is, for example, a box, right? If you want to keep the name all the in the box, same box. E1, employee 1. You want to keep this all the in a one box. E3, like that. If you want to keep everyone in the same box, one simple box, which is the name of the box is name, right? Or name or store name. So make it store name. If you want to keep all the employees' name in one box, if we don't want to use array, we have to go like this. It's not a. If you go like this, one name, right? The name of the box store. Is it possible? Right? If you want again, don't get lost here. We have a box, or we have a, for example, we say table, right? Everyone knows SQL, I think. So let's call it store name is a table. We have a table or box. In that table, we want to keep all the name of employees, all the names, just one table. So if for that, we cannot do this. Look, cannot name it. Yeah. What I was trying to say, if we have a box name is or table, but its name is store name, and we want to keep all the employees' name in that table. So yeah, column. So is it possible by doing this way? In Java is not possible like this way, because you cannot have for this is variable, right? So how do we keep things in the box? By using variable, right? Data type variable, right? When we call a variable, like this is a variable, right? String variable, right? String variable. So how do we store things? By using variables. True. As soon as we like store name employee 1, it goes to memory and it save it. Simple. And if you want another name in the same box, another employee with the same box, is it possible?
No.
Not possible, because Java doesn't support like this. With the same name, without using array, you cannot do it like this. You cannot have the same name. Yeah, you can. Yeah,
Same type, but if you make it different name, or then you can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you cannot insert many employees with using the same variable name. Like if it's employee 2, but I'm trying to save it where store name table. It's not possible in Java. So Java came with a mechanism called array. What it does, you can store name, you can call it an array, you call it a box. Inside the box, using one name, one store name, you can save all the employee. So now you will understand. Look, this is array, right? How to do array? string array, right? String, we call it string. Then I do like this. This is the array, like what is it called? Tab breaker, right? And I want to say the box name is store name. Store name. And I will call, so how to create object? New string, like this. So we create a string array object. Now it's possible, but giving error. What is the error? This is array initialize expected. You need to initialize the array. For example, you don't know anything, so you put 0. So by using, as I said, if you want to, we have a box or you have a table name, a store name, you want to insert or you want to put different people in the same table or same column, same table, right? This is table. If you want to do another table, employee 2, it's not taking, it's showing error. You see, variable store name is already defined. That means you can define one variable at one time. You cannot define the same variable second time or third time or fourth time. So to avoid this, but if you want to, like, why is arrays coming? What is the use of array? So array helps this case. If you want to put every employee's name in one box, you have to go with array. And the array should be string array. So what is a why? For example, we have many employee, right? I said many, like, let's take 4. Let's copy. This is employee 3, this is 4. It's not taking. It's not taking because it's not possible in Java. Using one variable name, you store multiple variable, right? So if we say error, if we use the array, that will help. How? If we say there's a 4 employee, right? We say, okay, there will be 4 employee. Here, okay.
Then it will take. Then it will take. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you change the variable name.
Yeah, but the location, store name location would be 1, and there will be another location created for store name 2. There will be another location. It will be separate. That is not going to be same. Memory, yeah. And also it's going to be separate, right? It's going to be separate. Like one would be for location one location would be for store name 1, one would be for name 2. But if you want to keep one location, right? We don't want to keep it separate. As I said, we want to keep all the employees' name in one table. Like, think of database, right? So what do we have in database? Database, we say we have a name, right? Name column, right? In the name column, we keep all this employee name, or we keep it separate. Is it possible? Think of an Oracle. Did you say structure of Oracle, right? So if you want to keep it all this employee's name in under one particular column name, different column, you can. So to get this done, or to get this problem fixed, they come with a different mechanism called array. So in array you can create integer array, you can create string array. It's possible. So how you do integer array? Like int. So this is the array sign. What I want to do, and I say integer, right? This is ID. You can call ID and new. Tab. What is tab?
No, it's a sign like this. Mamun bhai put the square like this.
Oh. What do you want to mean? Are you getting it, by this question?
Yeah, no, উনি জিজ্ঞেস করতেছে কি জিজ্ঞেস করতেন জুয়েল ভাই আবার বলেন। ও আচ্ছা, এটারে কি বলে আপনি যেটা পুট করছেন এখন?
এটা
আমরা কার্লি ব্রেস দিয়ে বলি, ওইটারে কি বলে? না, আমি মামুন ভাইকে বলতেছি যেটা আমরা কার্লি ব্রেস বলি, কিন্তু এরর এই সিম্বলটাকে কি বলে ওইটা জানতে চাচ্ছে জুয়েল ভাই।
ও আচ্ছা, এটা থার্ড ব্র্যাকেট actually, third, like we call it third bracket in mathematics. Third bracket, right? First bracket, I was saying that's just following the math. this is the first bracket, right? This is second bracket or curly bracket, and this is third bracket, basically third. Three number bracket, right? Or this is array bracket. So third bracket is used. Yeah, this is third bracket, right? First bracket, open parenthesis, closing parenthesis, first bracket. This is second bracket. There's a rule in BOTMAS, right? Remember the BOTMAS?
Yeah.
So this is from there. This is third bracket. So in array, you always have to have this. If you give any other, they don't recognize this array. You see, if you give like even the curly
But
bracket,
is called brace only brace, not curly? Is it just brace?
yeah, brace, yeah.
It's called brace
Brace.
dual by.
Okay. So yeah. So what I was saying that to overcome, we want if you want to keep multiple, what is it called? Multiple name or multiple, because you can say that it's fields, right? In one table name or one column name, it's not possible without using arrays. So array helps us to save or to store multiple data in under one column name. You see? So how many rows here? 12 by, there will be 4. So whenever we use array, we have to initialize it. We have to say how much, at least 0, because the array start from 0. Start from 0 and it goes right. Right. 4. We have 4 employees, so we do 4. So now we can say 4 employees. This is 4 employees in one array. How do that? Like, let me just doing shortcut. So what is the start indexing? It's called indexing. Index array start index 0. So first array, my first what is it called? First row or field would be string, and I put here 0. You see 0, and what are you going to do? Same name, right? So what is the name of the employee? First says emp1. Is it taking? It's unexpected token.
আচ্ছা এখানে আপনি ইয়ে দিতে হবে তাইলে অ্যারে সাইন দিতে হবে বোধহয় ইকুয়াল নিউ ইকুয়াল নিউ দিয়ে মামুন ভাই অ্যারে সাইন দিতে হবে
No, you don't do that. So you already created array, right? You have 4 indexes, 0. So you want to now save value inside one store name, right? So how you do that? So let's go here. Let me take a little help from. String. Let's go with the one step flow. Oh. Like this way. See, we have an array, right? String array, toppings, right? Topping, it takes 20 values, and we save like this. So now let's go this way. So why it's not taking? Because it's out of, there is no main method. That's why it's not taking. Let's do main method. Let's pick up this one. PSDM. And string array, right? Let's say ABCD or EM1 as I was talking about EM. Expression. Why it's not taking? One second. Store name should be in 0, 0 index, and you say the employee 1, right? EMP1 should take it, right?
Yeah, right.
You see this? Now you refer the name as first time. What we do? We create array box, right? We create a table, right? By using string braces to the array name, right? This is the array name and new string. So this is only, it's going to accept string. If you want to put like here, you want to put integer, it's not going to take. This is another disadvantage of array. We'll go over later, but that's things. Let's stick with the string. Look, this 2 is string now because it has double quotation. Whenever we put double quotation, Java assumes it is string. It doesn't matter number or whatever is inside. It doesn't matter. It's always string inside it. So I say let's go with the M1. So how to create an array? Just one second.
আচ্ছা মামুন ভাই আপনি এটা মেন মেথডে বাইরে আনছেন কেন?
I don't want it. This Eclipse giving problem. You see this guy, they're coming with the line. This was not in Eclipse. This only in IntelliJ. If you want, there's some.
ইন্টেলিজে আমার কাছে অনেক গেম মনে হয় ভাই।
No. Okay. No worries.
ঝামেলা
No, এটা হয়ে যাবে. This is more like UFT. UFT also do the same thing. So yeah, how to create array? So just if you want to integer string array, so just string braces array name new string, right? So if you want to, like for example, you want to integer array, how you do that? Just int. Because start bracket, I said start bracket. So int array, you can call it int array equal new int. Same like a create application of object. The way we create objects, same way we do.
বেস হবে না মামুন ভাই এটা parenthesis?
Same thing, yeah, same thing. Just one difference here. You don't put a bracket here. You just put third bracket. I was saying third bracket. Is there? Yeah, it's also instantiation. Instantiation of what? Instantiation of int array. Assigning in array. How you giving value? How many value it will take? It will take 0 or 4. This time it take like 5 values. That means you have 5 index. How is in like int 1? It will take 12, for example. You can say again int 1 equal 30. Like this way, you can do how many times? 5 times. Yeah, let's paste it. So how you know that? Now you know it because this is not many number, right? If there's a lot of number, how you know that? Simply one function. There's an inbuilt function. It's called using this. Look, store name. It's a store name. Store name dot length. See, it give you
আচ্ছা আপনি লেন্থটা কোথায় ইউজ করছেন?
Length is a function inside a.
আচ্ছা বুঝতে পারছি।
So if you want to see how big your array is, because this is simple, right? You can see 4, right? You want to prove it, right? You can prove here. Go length. So you want to print it now. Let me print it. Let me print it. Say size. Let's call it int. Length is they want to give me number, so I will say integer. It's an integer type. And I call it size.
আর যদি এটা স্ট্রিং হয় তাহলে আমি কি দেব? Same
lang never going to be string, because lang means like how big it is. That is going to give you some number. So always is integer.
যদি স্ট্রিং হয় যদি তাহলে কি দেব?
Same thing. You call the array name, call lang. So this is, I'm calling this string. I'm trying to print. Well, I'm trying to know by seeing that you know, right? But sometimes if you don't know how you will improve it, you go store name dot lang. It's going to give you lang. Let's run it. This is the length of the store name. How big it is. Whereas didn't print it. See, it's not printing. Let's do it again. It's not. Why is not printing, bear?
আচ্ছা সিস্টেম আউট প্রিন্ট তো দেন না এটা।
Right, exactly. You don't use the method. We just okay. We have to use this s out, s out,
Pass out, pass out.
S-
না ট্যাব
right.
না ট্যাব বাটন আছে না আপনার
Just
জিএপে
you see, it's 4. It doesn't match. This is 5. No, not this one. The before one. This is 4. It's also same 4. You see, you can prove it. You can see the length also in the console. This is, you can know, you know that, right? This is 4. It's going to start with 0, and it's going to finish 0, 1, 2, 3, and it's going to start here. It's going to. Do you think it's going to go 4? No. It's not, because there's already 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you say 4 here, it's going to say array out of bound. So it's like always one less number. Whatever I say here, because it starts from 0, that's why it's always one less from this one. So now you see. So let's don't take this one. Take out a number, line number 8. এটা দেখেন string এটা clear কিনা? Int in India, right? I was calling int here. Let's take it. It's giving me trouble. Why? Anyone? Asif bhai? It's showing me error. Showing me error. You see this error, right? Why? Because this is a string, right? But you put integer here. It's not going to take. So you have to
আচ্ছা
make
আপনাকে ওই ইনপুট করতে হবে java.lang এইরকম কিছু আছে মানে এপিআই থেকে যেরকম ইনপুট স্ক্যানার আমরা ইনপুট করি জাভা থেকে এরকম ইনপুট করতে হবে
the lang is like just method inside a Java. They like create a method. You want to.
আপনি ওই ফাংশনটা ইউজ করতে হলে আপনাকে ওই জিএ থেকে ইনপুট করতে হবে যেটা java.lang
It's not like that. It's not like that. There's a lot of method. Let me show you the method. What is the method? For example, you want to see store name, right? There's a lot of method. Example, like give me one example here. So it's like this method. I say string is equal hello world, right? Hello world, and you finish it. And this string name is str. I'm just giving you a reference of this my hello world object. Hello world's value, right? So now you want to see like length of the hello world. How you do it? String dot length. See? You want to see how big hello world. The step. Yeah, it's going to show you in a numbers. Let me print it. Let me print it in a new clear. Here. Run. In number. It's going to show you the how many numbers. Second.
Mac, right?
There's the 11 numbers. 11 string. 11 character. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. Well, by? 11 আসছে যে 1 থেকে H is number 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's going to do 11. Same thing, length function here.
Pictures, videos,
Same thing here. You
ফ্ল্যাশ ড্রাইভ একটা ট্রান্সফার করে দেন
ট্রান্সফার করে আমি পুরো ম্যাকটা ক্লিন করব একদম
I'm sorry, Joel ভাই কি কইছেন
mute yourself please.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Another your friend here? Is here? Your friend? You told me yesterday. I think someone's coming.
না আজকে না
Okay. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Sure. So I show you that why the array come, right? If you wanna store same like different variable, different value in one table, right? You cannot use it without using array. So in that case, array helps. By using array, we can create a column or we can create a table. Inside the table, we can store as many as number you want, like this, right? You can say 90, no problem. It will take 90. That means there will be 90. Go ahead, fields in the store name table. Good, right? Say it. Yeah. Right. So why these 90 people are staying in store name, right?
Yeah.
By looking at store name, yeah, it will be there. But if you don't use array, you will have to store name 1, store name 2, store name 3, like so many, it will be, you have to create so many variable. Yeah, that's not efficient, right? So by calling this array, we can, now I'm going to give you one more step ahead. By using array, we can store same data type array, same data type value. Like for example, this is string, right? Now you can only store here string. You cannot store integer value inside this store name array. That's another things. First, what is array? Array is store box, as in by said, Jonathan said, and inside this box we can initialize this value as we want, as many as possible. Like you can say 1,000, no problem. But it has to be same type. This 100 people, 100 value, there's all going to be string type. If you want to put integer type inside the store name array, it's not possible. Asiba, you got it?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is string array. We have to save all this. This all has to be string. Now 100 int, but what do yeah we have
এটা string এর যে না এটা 100 দিয়ে বোধহয় স্টোর করবে সেই জন্য নাকি এমপ্লয়ির যেটা
yeah that means how big is our size. So if I want to see the size of array, right? I show you, right? This is the size. How to do that? Store name. This is the array name. Long dot length. That's gonna give us size of array. Yeah, you put the number. But yeah, you give the number. How many strings gonna be there? There's gonna be 100 string. There's gonna be 100 string. Yeah, 100 string. If you want to put a 100 also integer, that's a different scenario. There's something else for that. So until now, what do you learn that it's a box? You can have same type people inside a one array, right? String array. So this is the giving error because it's integer, right? So you have to change this to integer. So how do you do that? Like 30 to integer. Just want to put 30, right? Like 30. You can do that. Now it's array. Now 12 is not integer anymore. It's a string because we have quotation mark. Yeah, you see, as soon as you want to call it integer, it don't take. You want to give it integer value to the string, it's going to give you error. So this is another thing to remember. So how you put it, how you say it, this problem, how you make it understandable? Like line number 16. Line number 16, right? Line number 16, how you said it? Why is error?
Because you put 100 value for the array, but you put the 122. That's why. If you put the 100, then should be fine.
No, it's not like that. Because this is integer type, but you calling a string type.
Oh yeah. Double quotation. You have the double quotation there. Yeah.
No, more specific. This is integer now, 122. But you name array that's a string type. How can you store integer type in string type? It's not possible. So this is one thing. So because this showing error one simple line, because this 122 is integer type, but your array is a string type.
It's string type, yeah.
That's why it's showing error. Yeah. Because it's the same type now. So now you want to see the size of array, right? I show you a string, the array name dot length will give you the size of array. Just print it. This is one thing, right? So this is basically index card. One second. There is some
Put the semicolon there next to the 122. Shuha, are you
Yes,
here?
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am here. I'm just watching whatever you're doing right now because I I need to see the videos in order to catch up. I will.
Do you know, Apu, did you get how to create an array?
বুঝেছি but আমার নিজের প্র্যাকটিস করতে হবে।
আচ্ছা anyway আচ্ছা sorry to interrupt guy আচ্ছা সুহাবু আপনি
হ্যাঁ
কি
হ্যাঁ বলো।
আপনি কতটুকু অ্যাডভান্স হয়েছেন মানে আপনি কতটুকু জিয়ে করছেন লাইক বাসায় প্র্যাকটিস করতেছেন আপনি ক্লাসের সাথে আছেন নাকি ওই পেসে যাইতে পারেন নাই আপনি একটু পিছনে আছেন
আমি একটু পিছনে আছি।
আচ্ছা আমি বুঝতে
আমি
পারছি
আগে
আপনাকে আমি
ভিডিওগুলো
বুঝতে
দেখছি।
পারছি আমি বুঝতে পারছি আপনি আজকে ক্লাসটা শুধু ফলো করেন আমি আপনার সাথে পরে আলাপ করবো যেটা নিয়ে সো এটা ক্লিয়ার হয়ে যাবে
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে। আপনারা
আমি চেষ্টা করব আপনি যে লেভেলে আছে ওই লেভেল থেকে আপনাকে ওই লেভেলে নিয়ে আসার
ও দ্যাট উইল বি
বুঝতে পারছি
গ্রেট।
আমি বুঝতে পারছি আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে মামুন ভাই আপনি কন্টিনিউ করেন
Okay, so as from the very beginning, Junad Bhai said array is a box, right? So I showed you what is the box and what is the need of it, right? Because we cannot, if you want to keep many things in one box, same type, you cannot using like this so with the same name, right? It was giving error. Remember, I show you, right? If you wanted like same one value to store name, is by saying like store, for example, again repeating. Let's say integer id, give 10, right? And you wanna save another value in the same id. You cannot do it. Can you do it? id is equal 13. You cannot do it because now it's taking because it's changed the value. Whenever you set 13, 12 is gone. Now it's 13. You can see it as out id. It's pretty. It's just giving 13. It's not giving the 12. That means whenever you like want to say, I was saying that if you want to say many things in one box, for example, id is a box, it's not possible in Java without using array. So as a proof, you see integer id is a box. Think of it as a box. Let's call it box. Okay, simple. id is a box, right? Integer is a box. Inside the box, I want to keep number 12, and I also want to keep number 13. So now you call it look. It's not giving
error there
why is the error? Because box is not initialized and id also is not initialized. So just call it box here.
if you put the box 13 then take
Yeah, it's taking, but what it does, what internally happened,
still it's the
sorry. So what happened?
yeah now it take
See, it's taking, it's giving me 13. It's not giving me 12,
Yep.
but I was trying to get everything. So what I was trying to say, simple thing, basic thing, without using array, you cannot store multiple value in one place, right? You see, if I want to put, sure.
আচ্ছা জুয়েল ভাই হ্যালো আচ্ছা আমরা বেশি দূর কন্টিনিউ করব না আজকে ক্লাসটা
শেষ
একটু
করে।
ইয়ে করে ফেলি শেষ করে
Okay.
ফেলি আজকে ব্রেক না নেই
আমি একটা জিনিস দেখাবো করলোক
অনেকগুলো টপিক হয়ে গেছে এগুলা প্র্যাকটিস করতে হবে কজ কালকে আবার বসবো আমরা
Okay, let's finish it. Okay, so let's simple. Let's keep it simple. So array, if you want to store multiple value in one place, in one memory location, it's not possible, right? So to avoid this problem, to fix this problem, there is a mechanism called array. by using array, you can call it box. Don't save it. You can, let's take a name, right? That if I save it, I have to change everything. So you can name one place. In that one place, you can store multiple value. What does that means by Mafi Bhai? Mafi Bhai said, when you Mafi Bhai said in the class, you will see the video. When you just ask him, I mean, focus on that. What I was saying, he said, when you name array, say name. That means in the memory, it will take the whole. For example, my memory from here, from the left side to right side. When you name array, that means it will take the whole blocks, right? It will take whole blocks, like whole line from line number 13 to the end. It takes the whole place in the memory location in one line. But so, and it keeps this name in the one line by putting comma. So you getting it? So it's getting hard. For example, my memory size from start here and finish here. So when you name array, it will take the whole place. But if you don't use array, for example here, you don't take the whole place. It's only take this place until here. Until here is done. It's not using this memory. So that's why it is not possible. If you want a box inside the box you want 12, it takes no problem. But when as soon as you put 13, it replaces 12 into 13. The other one is gone. So to have this in this case, we use array. Array means storing multiple things. Simple one. Storing multiple things under a one name, one array name, or one table. And we can, how you do that? And array start from index 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, and we can just refer to the name, array name, and give the value. This is index 0, and it will have these things. This is index 2. That means save index 2, save this. So it's all about indexing. And if you want to see the array size, you can just store name dot length. That means array name. What is the array name here? Store name. And if you do the length function, it's going to give you the what is the size. In this case, the size of array is 100. Okay, another things. So now you want to see you want to print out all this value inside here. How you do that? So, are you hearing?
বলেন
So if you want to print out all the value, print all the value of array name, store name. How you do that? Like print all this value inside the console. So how you do that? For that, we have to use the for loop. For
sorry to interrupt you, মামুন ভাই। হ্যালো,
yes.
মামুন ভাই। আচ্ছা, আমার মনে হচ্ছে স্টিভ বোধহয় জয়েন করছে আমাদের সাথে। আমি বুঝতেছি না ও গ্রুপে আসছে কি না। ও একটা মেসেজ দিছে। আচ্ছা আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, ওকে। আচ্ছা মামুন ভাই বলেন আপনি।
So yeah, until this is clear, right? How to create an array, right? Just a array type, a string type, and we can store it by giving index, right? Multiple value. How long is whatever you
আচ্ছা সরি মামুন ভাই, এখানে সিসি আপনি কি জন্য দিবেন? এটা কি বসাতে চাচ্ছেন ভ্যালু হিসাবে? Store name line 14 or something.
It's just a value.
15. Just value. Okay, I got it. Okay. আরেকটা জিনিস হচ্ছে আপনি এটা ইন্টিজার সাইজ, স্টোর নেম, ডট লেন্থ, এটা কি অলওয়েজ দিতে হবে? স্টোর নেম মানে যে এর নাম দিয়ে ভেরিয়েবলের নেম দিয়ে ডট নেম লেন্থ।
Right. To see the size of array.
Okay.
To see the size of array, you call array name dot length.
Okay. আরেকটা জিনিস হচ্ছে, আরেকটু উপরে স্ক্রল যদি করেন মামুন। আচ্ছা, এইখানে যদি বক্স 13 দেন, এইটার নিচে যদি বক্স 14 দেন, তাইলে কি বক্স 13 ও যে করে দেবে? মানে ওইটার স্কিপ করে যাবে তো 14 এ?
হ্যাঁ, 14 চলে যাবে। 12 is not there anymore.
Okay.
Only it's like replace garbage collection, and garbage collection will delete this 12 and he replace it 14.
Okay.
Another thing, so you want to print out all this value, right? Cat, for example, it says cat, it says dog, this thing, it says 120, name it as you want. It's a tire. So you, for example, here you want to print out all the value. How you do that? how you, so you're like basically this is index, right? Start from 0 and here I have until 4. So you want to print out all these values. So I know the index from 0 to 4 here. I want to print out all the value from 0 to 4. How you do that? In that case, for loop come into picture. Or you give two semicolon here. That means what? There is a three part of for loop. First part, initialization. So
Okay.
initialization.
Then condition, then increment or decrement.
Right.
Okay.
First one I initialize. What is the my, for example, I say my initialize int is I is equal 0, because my index start from 0, right? My index start from 0, so there's some equal sign.
আচ্ছা মামুন ভাই এখানে শোনা যাচ্ছে না, আওয়াজ একটা আসতেছে। I got some ear noise
from Joel bhai. I think maybe Juned bhai. Juned bhai.
আমি পাচ্ছি একটা নয়েজ, এটা একটা বাতাসের। I guess someone outside is from. Okay, anyway, now fine.
Oh, sorry. I'm Steve. I hope I'm not interrupting. I hope I'm not making too much noise here.
Okay, now no sound. Yeah. So our step we are trying to learn the array things. You know how the array is work. You know what is the need of array. So until we discuss this, now we want to print out all the value of the array name, store name. All the value, whatever value inside the array, store name array, we want to print out. So in that case, whenever we try to use array, we can use a for loop to print out the value. So how does for loop work? For loop has three parts, right? First part initialization, second part condition, third part increment. So let's initialize it. Init I is equal 0. Why is that? Because my index for the array start from 0. Right here, my index start from 0, so I put initial 0. Condition, what is the condition? Condition say print until array ends, like until the array size. Let me put
you put the 100 there, right?
No, you put I until I is less than, right?
100.
4, not 100.
Okay.
You have 4 value, right? You can put 100, but it's gonna why you extra.
Okay, I got it.
And you increment it I plus plus. That means 1 by 1. Then I plus plus means
Every time it's not 1.
Like this. Same thing. I plus 1. I is equal I plus 1. In simple, we say I plus plus. So now I want to print the value of array, right? So I go inside this logic. Store name, and I say that this is array, right? Store name is array, and inside I put I. It takes I, and let's see. One second. That's out. I. Now let's try to print it. What is this? Error because here. You see, it's printing all the value from 0.
Okay.
Take this out. So you again, let's run it. See all the value. My first index, when the I becomes 0, right? It replaces 0 here too. Store name 0. That means call it prints the 0 value, which is cat. When I become 2, it put 2 here also. Then it calls the dog. When I becomes 3, it puts 3 here, and it's called the 120 numbers. That's what it's doing. That way you can print as many. If you have many like many number, like many values, like you can print by calling for loop. So what is for loop? For loop is basically like iteration. Iteration of value. So if you want to print out all the value from your code, you want to see how many value or what is the value. You can, by calling the length, you can see the size, but you don't see the value. What is the value inside array? So by using for loop, you can see the value of the array. So and there is 3 part of array for loop. First part is initialization, second part condition, third part is increment. And whenever I is 0, it becomes 0 here, it also goes here 0. Store name 0, it prints a 0 value. When I is 2, it becomes 2 here, it gives the second value. Asif bhai, you have question of Joel bhai?
না আমি মোটামুটি ক্লিয়ার আছি তবে আমার প্র্যাকটিস করতে হবে I need more practice about that then I will understand more clear it will be and I guess মামুন ভাই আমরা আর না গাই এতটুকুই থাক আজকের জন্য because Joel Junaid bhai and you covered lots of things and we need more practice. It will be great if you drop the in Skype then we'll. Okay, thank you.
Okay, perfect. The same topics tomorrow. Are we?
কোনো question arise করলে then you can ask and you got also the recorded session today's session Joel bhai uploaded in Skype and you can download
All
it.
right, very good. Yes, that'll be helpful. I'll go over them today, and then probably tomorrow we'll
Okay.
have.
Get okay, so finish it, please. So yeah, finish it.
Ami?
Yeah, you finish?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, so get from the video, from the video, try to differentiate. What is the differentiate? I mean, try to differentiate like while from the class video. I mean, while versus for. Okay, like while versus for. What is the while? What is for? Why is it same thing? Is it separate thing? Can we use the same thing? That, like for example, we can use while up here. So try to differentiate while, like what is the difference between while and for. Also difference between for okay while
while.
Yeah, this try to while and do while. Try to differentiate. That's what he said it clearly, very clearly. If you watch the video, and it will be much clear. So try to get this idea, like differentiate what is the difference, and also try to get an idea of array versus without array. So I say it today, right? Array versus without array. You just try to get clear. If you don't use array, is it helpful? Or if you use array, what is the advantage? Basically advantage here. Try to advantage. You can memorize. It's an interview question. What is the advantage of array? Advantage of array, or you can say disadvantage of array. There's a disadvantage of array too. So same thing has advantage and disadvantage. So array has also disadvantage. So try to one. It's called disadvantage. Another thing you can say drawbacks. You can say drawbacks of array. So there's a simple. I said it right today. The disadvantage of array is that when you name array, it has to be same type. If you say string type, it only store in string value. But if you want to save like integer value inside a string type, it's not taking. This is not going to take. This is like a one time. So for this there's another mechanism. More people will come up with it, but until now, just want to know disadvantage and advantage of array. And for versus while versus do loop while, and all the things.
Hi,
Yes.
I have a list of stuff. I'm not going to put it out now. I'll talk to Jewel later, and I'll get over some of the stuff with you guys because I've done some of this before. I was in the last class, and actually I'm looking for a job now. But I figured I might as well go to class on the weekends while I'm doing this. Right. Make a long story short, one thing you could look at here with the array, okay. You can declare the array of string. You can declare an array of integers or whatever. Whatever data type you want, right? I won't go into using multiple arrays at this point here, but one thing that you can also do is there is the for each loop. But what I would also say is that take your array, say array.length.
Right.
Okay, so whatever the name of the array is, like in this case, you're calling it store name. So if you were to say in your for loop, in the middle section of it, you would say I less than store name dot length.
Right.
Right. You would guarantee that you would never overflow the boundary of the array.
True. Exactly.
True, because that's one of the disadvantages of an array. Is that an array is a fixed length. Like you could make it 1 million, you could make it 1 million, you could do it like this. You could do whatever you want to do with it. It'll say you're over the limit, at some point. In this way, you're never going to hit the end of the array. You're never going to go past the end of the array. Okay?
Yeah.
And it makes your life easier. It makes your life easier in which I find very annoying. But by doing it by store name.length, you don't have to know the length. You let the program tell you the length. And that way you're guaranteed it's all right. That's a big advantage.
Right, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, this is very important point, and this is interview question. I know, Steve, right? This is interview question also. So yeah, we have to know the advantage and disadvantage of drawbacks of array. This is very important. If we understand the advantage and disadvantage of array, we will clearly understand. We must understand this, right? So if you understand the basic thing, then we will also understand the, as Steve said, this is very added things. We have to just explore, ask Google, or make a note advantage and disadvantage. Thank you, Steve. That's very important. So what is the alternative array? There is another alternative. If you want to, like, for example, it says string, right? It's only taking string. But what if you want to do? I'm not going there. Just giving you a hint. What if you want to save a number? Because you have to make program dynamic, right? For this, there is another mechanism. Mafibe will cover it. But we just want to see. I just want to give a hand. You cannot store different data type in one type. Like if you say string, it has to be string. It has to be string. If you want to say integer inside. That's a hash table, I think. That's a hash table, or it's coming.
It will come. Yeah. Next week, I guess. Hash table.
Yeah. What you want to take a look at is we were talking about this last night, and Mamun, you're right about that. One of the big things is you want to look at the lists, because an array list is a big thing. Array list is very cool because unlike an array list can grow. To make an array grow, you have to know you're hitting the end, then you have to copy it, you have to declare another array that's bigger, and then you have to copy it over there, which is a pain in the neck. The array list is more flexible.
True, yeah, true.
And as Mamun was saying, but the thing is be aware of the concept and read it in that data structures book, but don't make yourself crazy. I did that before. I used to look up everything and then Google it up, and it turned out at the end of the week, I got 1/4 done that I needed to get done.
So if
But if you do
if I
something
ask
like
you
this
one
and
thing,
understand iteration, then the next time you see something else, you'll be able to iterate. Even if it's a different data type, you'll know how to iterate.
right. So Steve, I want to ask you one question. What is the best way to to get involve ourselves in the book? Like, what should we focus on? What should we should not to focus in the book?
Oh,
How you put
Okay.
it, like, from your experience.
Pardon me?
How you put it, like from your experience. Well, there's this 9 chapter, and nine. I think there's another 3, so it's 12 chapter. So what would be the best approach for us to read the book? How do we read the
What
book?
I'll do is I'll take a look at it tonight, because I'll take a look at it later and then I'll put it out there for everybody. Is that okay? Because I don't want to just go, pardon my expression, I don't just want to go pull something out of my ass and find out I did it the wrong way, okay, and gave you the wrong information. But one of the things that I would tell you is huge is the hash maps. Is going to be the hash table, hash map, and array list. You'll also have trees and stuff like that, but you'll find that you use array lists an awful lot. And you'll find that you use hash maps an awful lot.
Hash table. Array
Yeah,
list.
hash table and hash map.
Yeah, because when we get values from Excel sheet, in the Excel sheet you might have string value, you might have integer value. So there will be like different data type, right? So that's important. Yeah, this is the Selenium concept. Yeah. So yeah, we must have to read the book. You know, we have
Right.
Yeah, we just go through the book. We don't understand, no problem. We just have to go through it because it's very important. I think.
And one other thing I would recommend to you that I didn't do before, and then I found out the hard way, it's like a little kid getting his fingers burned, right? I was talking about a different topic with Jewel last night, so I don't want to bring that topic up at this point. I want to keep it to what you're doing right here. It's a good idea to practice this, write it down, watch it work. Now make another package. Now make another class. Now do it like here you're doing with the for loop, and in this case you're doing store name.length, right? Then you do another one with a for loop, and you say where the length is less than whatever the length of the table is, right? The array. Then you do another one where you do the for loop and say, let me do it with a for each.
For each, yep.
And see how that for each works. And you might have to do the for each 2 or 3 times. But what will happen is every time you're doing it, you're making a small program like you have over here. You're making a small little method, right, inside a class. And each time you're doing it, there's only one thing that can go wrong, the little bit of code you put in here. So it'll be easy for you to follow, and you'll be able to debug it easily. And you'll get accustomed to saying, iterate, iterate, iterate. Then when you get into something a little bit more complex, like a hash table or a hash map, the concept of iteration is in your head. You know how to iterate.
True.
So all you have to do is understand the difference between the hash map and the array.
Right.
Best way to do that is to write Mickey Mouse I'm sorry, I'm from the USA, so like for us, we always called a tiny little program or a small module, we always called them Mickey Mouse programs after the Walt Disney character, You always write a little tiny program, just, okay, and all I'm doing is testing this one thing. Okay, sorry. But just test it like that. You'll do, and I believe you'll all feel at least what you studied, you'll know.
True, exactly, yeah. Yeah, very important actually. Yeah, this array concept is very important because every time we'll, save our value in the data in Excel sheet, and we have to get it from there. That case, array list, hash table, this helps. It's like you have to know. You cannot skip it. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, that's very whatever he said. Steve says is very important. Actually, it's like crucial for us to follow.
Yeah, and when I'm telling you this, folks, when I'm telling you folks this, I'm not telling you this because I'm so smart. I'm telling you this because, how do I say it? Wisdom could be defined as hitting your head against a rock and realizing the rock is harder. In this case, the wisdom came from, I read the book. Oh, I know all the stuff in the book. Then when I had to type it, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So when you sit there and just type a little thing and take, how long does this take you? Like 10 minutes? Okay. It's not hard to do, but then when you go there, you might not know everything that Mafi wanted you to know, But what you did teach yourself and what you did study, you will know. Anyway, that's enough out of me.
Right. No, that's right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here.
That's all. Yeah, that's all. So yeah, let's follow. I have some here. Yeah, you like this is some note, right? While verses follow by whatever Steve said. That's very important. We have to at least read through the books, read through this chapter. Whatever is just try to try to say what I mean. Try to understand a little bit at least what he's saying. What is the difference? One main difference. That's all. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Mamun bhai, do me a favor. You just save the skin. What you did so far. Put in the Google Drive, please.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, Mamun bhai, I think.